these modern cameras which are trying to cheat us. They are the ones who are giving my forms and things to you. Because there is light in these vibrations, and when these vibrations are emitted, you start seeing them in these cameras, even if they may not be very sensitive, but somehow people catch it. There have been so many miraculous photographs, as you know. One photograph you must have seen where Sri Ganesha himself is standing behind me. Now you don't see anyone standing just now here. But you don't know what's happening. And this is what one has to understand, that we have entered into a new realm of God's magic. And His magic works in so many ways. Of course, sometimes you also get lost because of your previous problems. You get dragged down. You get tempted. Sometimes you get also dominated by negative forces and you fall down. And this is a very sad thing that should happen to any such yogi. Because perhaps you do not know your past and you do not know how you have struggled, how you have worked hard to come up to this level. And after coming to this level, if you do not try to go higher, then either you'll be stuck on the same place, or maybe that you may be thrown down. So for you to know that you are a Sahaja-yogi, you are not a wife, husband, mother, father, you are a Sahaja-yogi. Like I am the Adi Shakti, like that you are Sahaja-yogis. So my main job now is to give realization to others. And because all my relationships are already fixed properly, I don't have to worry about any deity, about any god. They all work out very efficiently, everything. Now the description yesterday, as you read, of the goddess, that her hands were throwing all the arrows with such a speed that as if one felt that she was dancing. It's a fact, no doubt. But you don't see that. You cannot see that every hair of mine is like an arrow. And it works so tremendously. But to you, I'm just sitting here quietly, just like you as you are sitting. But it's not so. It's something much more. Now when they show a lion or a tiger as my vahana, then you have to understand that they show, actually they are. Actually they are. It's not that they are symbolically, actually they are. So the dignity of a tiger, I have told you many a times how dignified it is. Because I sit on him. He's so dignified. If he has to eat the meat, he'll kill one cow or anything, eat the meat, leave it for others. He's so dignified. And once a month he eats. So even to get a vahana of this kind, this was to be evolved from amoeba stage to this stage. Otherwise he would not have been here. In the same way, you are evolved. And in you are all these vahanas also there. And they work out very quickly all that you want. You desire something. You'll be surprised immediately. You'll find it works out. You ask for something, immediately it works out. But there should be a complete dedication in Sahaja Yoga. When I say Sahaja Yoga, you know that is the yoga of your attention with my feet. That's what it is. But if you are still moving with your egos, and if you are still thinking on those lines, that we are something and we can start our own Sahaja, we can work out this way and that way, or my wife is like that, my child is like that, my husband is like that. You have to give up all these problems on one side. Otherwise, you will not ascend. It was not difficult for me to give you realization because you are just ready for that. But to keep your light on, you have to work hard. Now, tiger remains at its own position. It doesn't change. Lion remains at its own position. And they are all available all the time in their own position. All the devatas and gods are in their own position with their own qualities. They are there. Nowhere, none of these gods are described that they give you moksha, except for the goddess. She is the only one who gives you realization. Because she is in charge of all the 7 chakras. She holds all these 7 chakras, and on these 7 chakras she can work it out. So there's a big history, evolution of all those things, even in the Virata's body and also in you people. So you have to cope with it. If you cannot cope with it, then it won't work out. Now the problems we have in the West, as you know, are stupid problems which are not suitable to any surgery. Attachment. First they were not attached to their wives or to their children, now they are attached like glue. I do not say you give up your children or your wife, but your attachment should be with Sahaja Yoga. Once the blessings of Sahaja Yoga comes to you, they will flow to your children, to your wife, to everyone, to your country, to the whole world. Now supposing this is the attachment, a very simple electrical thing. So if its attachment is not to the mains and anywhere else, what's the use? It cannot give electricity to anybody else. It's a simple logic that you should be attached to the source of energy first. Simple logic. And then that energy can flow to others. If you yourself you are not attached to that source of energy, how can that power flow anywhere? It's a simple thing we do not understand in Sahaja Yoga. And so our attachments start getting rusted and we don't understand what has happened to us. We are not attached to the main source. And that's the only attachment you need. And then the whole thing will flow to the other end. So we have these kinds of attachments. Then we are attached to so many miserable things we like, which make us miserable. For example, we are attached to, say, some sort of a stupid entrepreneur fashion. We are attached to it. Whether it is in such culture or not, we are attached to it. And all these attachments are not to the source of joy, to the source of knowledge, to the source of energy which ascends you. This is the reason why our situation of collective ascent is poor. Now the Adishakti's work is to give you realization first. Second is to give you life, to comfort you. If you have physical problems, she will look after you. She'll go all out. If you have mental problem, she'll try to solve it. So she is a comforter. She gives you the comfort. At the same time, she protects you. I have seen many people, even now, get frightened very soon at the slightest thing. Why should you be frightened? There's a tiger standing. You can't see him, maybe today might be in the picture. And your mother is so powerful. You have to understand how powerful she is. The understanding is not in your heads. Sometimes your wives are more powerful or your children are more powerful. When you know that your mother is so powerful, and she is your mother, then you should be absolutely secure. And then things work out. I'll give you an example of one gentleman whom I met in Madras once, not many years back, about I think 2-3 years back or so. Was such a seeker, immediately recognized me. And then he went down to Bombay, posting was there, and he received a letter saying that his mother on deathbed. So he went down. The doctor said that she has a galloping cancer and she is going to die in no time. He knows my mother is Adishakti. Just took my photograph, sat before me. He said, Mother, I have nothing to say, whatever you think proper for my mother, please do that. Just he said so. It's connected. They said 3 days after she's going to die, 3 days after she got out of the hospital. He took him down to Bombay, showed him in a hospital, in cancer hospital. They said she has no cancer, nothing, she's completely cured. If the energy is not allowed to flow, you are still worried about your wife, you are worried about your house, you are worried about your children, you are worried about this, about my children, my house, my wife. This my, when it drops, then I can work. But it should not be taken that I am saying that you become ascetics. No way. No saints were ascetics. They all had wives, they all had children. But all their attention was at the lotus feet of the mother. As Guru Nanak has said, that a little boy is playing with his kite. The kite is going all over. And he is talking to his friends, joking, this thing. But his attention is on the kite. There's a lady who is cleaning her house with a little child on her waist, and she's cleaning the house and grooming it. She's doing everything, but her attention is on her child. Then there are ladies in India, as you know, they have 3-4 pitchers filled water and they walk with both the hands like this. They know how to balance it. They're talking to each other, laughing, making fun, pulling legs. But the attention is on the pitchers. My attention is always on your Kundalini. You cannot play tricks in Sahaja Yoga. Take it from me. Anybody who tries to play any trick will be very badly punished. So please be very, very careful not to be dishonest and not to play tricks in surgery. I won't do anything, but here they are. You see already with all his teeth.